that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it's Caruso in at the point. And for Charlotte, the guard pair, Ball and Rozier. The big men on the floor, it's Washington and Plumlee. And it's Hayward in at the three. You know, Hornets fans, Doris, are excited to see what LaMelo Ball can do for the franchise.
Well, Kevin, there is no doubt this young man is a special talent. You look no farther than his passing ability, the flair, the vision, the fearlessness. Certainly an easy guy to play with. Now the question becomes, can you start to build the talented pieces around him?
There's Ball with the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This guy is always ready to shoot the three. LaMelo so confident from distance.
DeRozan on the wing. No good that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
They get it back, and Plumlee kicks to Hayward. Trains it from beyond the arc.
The fast release makes Gordon Hayward such a difficult check. If the defense is giving him any space, forget about it.
Levine, a screen on Hayward. DeRozan against Hayward. And it's DeRozan missing. Charlotte's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. DeRozan against Washington. Rozier for 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Bulls off to a slow start. 6-point game.
And for Terry Rozier, all of his efficiency numbers are way up the last couple of years. Here's a guy who was just 37% from the field during his time in Boston.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Rozier looking around. Plumlee with a screen on Caruso. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
LaMelo Ball showing off that facilitation. That is pretty pick-and-roll basketball.
Bean passes to DeRozan. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Now, here's Ball. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Levine, that one's off, still out of sync.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Inside, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Well, we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But, Greg, do you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Dosunmu. Bradley is out there with Green. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Dragic in at the point. Here's Ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Richards. That shot off, so the Bulls will take it the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And sometimes you can make a few plays here and there, but never get into a real rhythm. That's what happened to them in that game.
I'll tell you, that's a great way to put it, because I thought they were all over the place. They never settled into any kind of rhythm.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Ball, no good. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
That free throw, no good.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Melodon's checked in for the Hornets. Smith comes in for Ball. And he's good on the second. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Now, here is Smith. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And, Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
First one falls for him. And McDaniels drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Drummond sets the screen for Dragic to the inside. And Drummond throws it down.
This is what you call pulling the strings on the offensive end. Dragic with an assist. Yes, sir.
Smith against Dragic. Smith feeling it out a bit. Pass to McDaniels. Puts up a three. Charlotte no good that time either. Bulls trail by 7. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And good that time. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gets the pass to Dosunmu. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. The Hornets pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
14, the Bulls 7.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Charlotte Hornets.
The defensive effort has been the difference. They're determined, they're creating tough shots. Their intensity level hasn't been matched by their opponent.
Can't score, can't win. Simple, Dr. O'Neill.
I would agree, Professor Ernie Johnson.
And let's take a second now to see what the fans are saying on social media. This one coming to us from Ball Around Town. Some players have lucky pregame routines, but do you guys have any pre-broadcast routines that you swear by? Well, fellas, what do you think?
Yeah, I look at Ernie and say, Ernie, thanks for coming to my house in 1989. I look at Kenny and I say, spell it, tough guy, and that means I'm gonna have a great show.
Well, I don't have any pregame rituals. I know I do. I go and I give everyone a high five around the studio.
Yeah.
High fives, everybody. Come on.
And you dance.
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
And we all look at each other, and if we're close enough, we all give each other dap. Yeah, that's true. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And to watch NBA offense when the ball is hopping, I think you'd agree, it is beautiful. The precision, the grace, the timing. How much of that, Doris, is just making the simple pass?
I think the best basketball is played when players think, what is the next right play? And so often, Kevin, that is simply moving the basketball. On the catch, you're in triple threat position. But as soon as you don't have anything, move it to the next guy. So I couldn't agree more.
The big man on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. And it's Ball in the point guard. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a two-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. Al Levine. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Here's DeRozan. No good that time. And Charlotte will come the other way. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Washington kicks to Hayward. 1:29 left in the third quarter. Deep two from Ball. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And now an 11-point Hornets lead.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
And after winning the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball was even better this sophomore campaign. He continues to grow his game.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And the pass to Rozier. Now, here's Washington. Defended by Caruso. Pass to Plumlee. It's good. Plumlee's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Vucevic a screen on Hayward. Here's DeRozan. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Hornets leading by 13. The kick out to Ball. Hayward outside. Ball sets a screen for Hayward. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams a screen on Ball. Levine for 3, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Charlotte looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We come back right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine on the wing. Vucevic is out there with DeRozan. And it's Dosunmu in at the 1 spot. And it's good for 2. Bulls got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hornets. Bulls trail by 15. Here's Levine. Out to White. Shoots over McDaniel. White, good.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach LaVine.
The Hornets shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Passes it the ball. Takes a 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Dosunmu, the pass to DeRozan. The Hornets pull it in. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oubre dishes the ball. DeRozan against Plumlee. Fades and shoots. That one off the back iron and out. Bulls trail by 13. DeRozan passes to Dosunmu. They set the screen. There's the triple. DeRozan's shot is off. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Right side, Ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
You love the fact that LaMelo Ball is not timid about drawing contact on the interior. Get that foul drawn, LaMelo.
And he can't get the first one. So many electric players in this NBA, Doris. But do you think LaMelo Ball is as exciting as any?
He is at the top of the list, but that list is long. Think about a Ja Morant. Think about an Anthony Edwards. The league is in good hands for decades to come.
And the second free throw, good. In recent years, Doris, we've really seen the Players Association stepping up and address player needs and, at the same time, global social issues.
Kevin, it's been absolutely inspiring to see the players use the tools they have at their advantage and their disposal. They want to create needed change, represent themselves, their communities, their organizations. Leadership at its absolute finest.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hornets.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hornets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And they took charge when it counted in notching their 9th win overall. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Mason Plumlee.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Now, here's Ball, following the miss by DeRozan.
You love the anticipation there. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
Now here's DeRozan. Shoots over Ball. Here's Vucevic over Plumlee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Let's remember we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vucevic gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. And here's Smith. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight, and you get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Mason Plumlee.